Dr. Bhupendra Kumar Som, Lloyd Business School, my dear faculty colleagues, dear learners, all the participants who have taken time to join this webinar, and most importantly, my dear and loved students. We are fortunate to have today with us the speaker for the day, Dr. Shruti Traymbak, Associate Professor, Lloyd Business School, who has attended and organized various webinars and various workshops on this particular area, that is human values and professional ethics, and has a rich experience that combines industry, academics, research, etc. She has to her credit various research publications in national and international journals and is research head at our institute. We welcome you, ma'am, today to this platform and are excited to learn various values, various ethics that how we can inculcate in our today's lives. Also, to start with, because the session is so fascinating and that is something that touches our heart, I would like to start it with a quotation in Hindi, actually, that is कि जब नाव जल में छोड़ दी तूफान ही में मोड़ दी जब नाव जल में छोड़ दी तूफान ही में मोड़ दी दे दी चुनौती सिंधु को फिर पार क्या मझधार क्या. With this, I would request the speaker for the day, Dr. Shruti Trayambak, to please take the speech. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Shubham. Thank you so much. And very good afternoon to all of you. And definitely, I would like to give thanks to our group director, ma'am, Dr. Vandana, and our director, sir, Dr. Som, who had given me an opportunity to speak on such a wonderful topic, human values and professional ethics. Um, this subject is quite vast in terms of in every aspects. So to be very clear, you should be very clear enough. We are the teachers, right? Gurus. So we start inculcating kind of values and ethics from teacher plays a very valuable role to inculcate values and ethics among our students. Now the students is next generation pillar. So definitely if we definitely we will conduct we will imbibe such kind of values, who can make them a very happy or prosperous life. It's a great achievement for every teachers, right? And the certain points I would like to highlight here. See, human values and professional ethics is a subject which related ourselves. It is not a tools or techniques to change other people, but definitely we will try in what sense we will try to inculcate values and ethics, right? So see, one important thing I would like to emphasize here, ki it is not an easy task. It is not at all an easy task to understand this subject. As from my workshop, as I came to know, it takes around about 6 years to understand this subjects, right? So I would like to say here, if you learn any type of concepts related to human values and professional ethics, try to correlate with this concept with your real life examples, small example. I'm not saying the big example. Even day to day life, there's a lot of things are happening in the current scenario. I can definitely pitch the current scenario, COVID-19 as well. So try to correlate your concept, whatever you will learn from this session. Try to correlate first of all in yourself. Then you will be able to change the other people as well, right? First you analyze, and then if you are comfortable with that concept, then you start implementing in family, in society, in nature, as well as whole existence. Then you will understand the meaning, exact meaning of human values and professional ethics. Today I had developed certain kind of formulas as well. So it's my initiative to develop such kind of formulas, so that whenever you will go through my presentation, then you start analyzing those things, right? Ki, we had attended the sessions. Now the formula comes in your mind day to day life. You start analyzing, right? So I will start my presentation. um, My PPT is visible to all. My PPT is visible, Shubham.
Ma'am, you need to present it just did it in the starting.
Okay, just okay, just a moment. Now visible, Shubham.
Yeah, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, great. Okay. Now, see, I had taken some quotes from, you can say, books or on net, right? Please listen carefully. So, this is a quote exactly, right? Ethics is knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what is right to do. This is quote, right? The second thing, the second quote: ego, kill it; love, value it; smile, keep it; gossip, ignore it; success, achieve it; jealousy, distance it; knowledge, acquire it; and confidence, trust it. Right? These all are values. I will definitely clear your concept in today's session. If you have any kind of queries, please do ask me at the end of the session. Most welcome. So these are the ego, you can say, negative in terms of, love is of course a value. Smile, of course. Gossip, you ignore it. Success, definitely achieve it. Jealousy, distance it. And knowledge, acquire it. And confidence, trust it. Believe me, try to check yourself. Try to check yourself in all the elements where you are, if you have ego, to just you kill it. Love, value it, but you just check it. I'm just telling you, you check it, you in yourself, not others. I'm not talking about in human values and professional ethics. We generally talk about ourselves, not others. Please be specific, right? And the third quote is: never reply when you are angry. Never make a promise when you are happy. Never make a decision when you are sad, right? And the third: give the best to others are leaving the best to us. The value of life is not based on how long we live, but how much we can contribute to others in our society. This you can correlate with the current scenario, that is COVID 19, right? And the third and the last quotation is: inner place begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or even to control your emotions. This is very, very important. This is very important. I will definitely explain you these quotations. Now, I had taken some, some kind of some points which is related to the current scenario. uh, Everybody knows more than a quarter of 1.3 billion Indian poor people in India are struggling with no savings and unemployment. It is true. It is true. The coronavirus COVID 19 pandemic has taught us the important term pause in true ways, right? Please acknowledge, please acknowledge and understand the situation each other. Empathy. Let's take a pause. It is a time to think of others. Reach out however you can and remember to ask for help if you need it. Have you ever done it? Please ask yourself. I'm not talking about others. In human values and professional ethics, again, I'm saying the same thing. Please talk with, it is a dialogue. It is a dialogue within yourself, right? So, the next point: stay connected with people like elderly people in your life, right? In your family, sorry. Support staff, etc. Be aware of the challenge faced by them. Just one call makes a huge difference, right? Have you can check it, all this point you can check it within yourself, right? Be kind with people who are working and even with your family members. Let's take a pause. It is a time to understand. of others. Reach out however you can and remember to task for help if you need it. Right? These are the point which you can check in yourself. Have you ever done this during pandemic, or you can say during COVID-19? If yes, it means something hidden in yourself which is equal to values, right? Now you had started, valuing this kind of things, right? So again, I'm just putting the learning objectives. This is which I'm going to cover today. First, I'm going to discuss what is value education, to understand self and body, to understand the difference between human consciousness and animal consciousness, to understand holistic development of human beings, to understand happiness and prosperity. See, if you think in the society, um, a lot of conflicts, lot of contradictions, right? Nobody is happy. Even people have lot of wealth. Despite of this, they are not happy, right? What is happening in the society currently? It means we need to focus our values which is inbuilt in ourselves, values which is built in ourselves, right? Which I am going to talk about today. Right now, I will start my sessions with the entities. We generally take four entities in human values and professional ethics, that is physical order, pranic order, animal order, human being order. These are the orders which you will find. These are the existence, or you can say coexistence in the nature. What is physical order? Anything like sand, granite rocks, minerals, right? One thing I would like to emphasize here, what is the motto behind this, to take this concept? I am going to correlate this concept with definite human conduct. Definite human conduct मतलब मानवीय आचरण, right? So if you think stone, minerals, granite rocks, in the world wherever this material exists, this material behave in the same manner. No changes in the behavior, in their behavior. Same rock, salt, you can say minerals, granite rock, stone, everywhere in the world, right? And pranic order is basically plants, seed. When when you plant mango tree with the seed, the same seed, same behavior. वो उसको हम पानी डालते हैं, वो पेड़ बड़ा होता है, फिर हमें फल देता है। सेम, अगर हम इमली का पेड़ बो रहे तो हम उसको पानी डालेंगे, फिर वो बड़ा होगा। सेम, नो चेंज इन बिहेवियर, राइट? एनिमल ऑर्डर सेम, ब्रीड, अगर सेम एक्टिविटीज, अगर एनिमल इंडिया में है, अगर एनिमल्स अब्रॉड में है, सेम डेली रूटीन एक्टिविटीज, राइट? नाउ what about human being order? What about human being order? Now you think in yourself, human being order, indefinite conduct or definite conduct? Of course, indefinite conduct. They, suppose I am behaving today in different manner, in the next day I will behave in a different manner. What is happening? Why you are behaving in different manners? You can say it is not a definite human conduct, but it is indefinite human conduct. अगर मैं इसको बहुत सिंपल एग्जांपल से समझाती हूँ, मान लीजिए कि आपको किसी ने बोल दिया आके कि वो आपके बारे में ऐसा बोल रहा था, राइट? तो व्हाट विल यू डू? Okay, that person has said me about like this, so you start reacting, your behavior suddenly change. It means you are not स्वतंत्र, you are प्रतंत्र. मतलब आप किसी के चीजों को कोप कर रहे हो अपने में, और किसी के कहने पे आपकी बिहेवियर चेंज हो रही है, राइट? अगर यही चीज हम दूसरे एस्पेक्ट में ले, रिस्पॉन्ड, ऑफ कोर्स knowledgeable people always try to be responding, not reacting, right? So yahan pe but in the current scenario what is happening? We are not in definite human conduct, we are in indefinite human conduct. ह्यूमन कंडक्ट, मतलब किसी ने भी कुछ बोला, अगर किसी हम कॉन्फ्लिक्ट पैदा करते हैं कि अगर किसी ने मुझे कुछ बोला है, डेफिनेटली ही और शी इज राइट, एंड वी स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग इंटरनली कि नहीं, आज मैं आई विल टेक रिवेंज, और मैं से सबक सिखाऊंगा, ये वट एवर दिस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट contradictions comes in your mind. So it is, what is this? You are not a swatantra, you are a pratantra, right? So we need to understand ourselves कि we should not react, we should respond. Respond always comes from knowledge, and reaction always comes from past experience. Past experience, you can say preconditioning, belief, जो हम मान्यता मान लिए किसी का भी कोई चीजें हैं जो आज हम करते हैं, और हम ये नहीं सोचते कि हमें रिस्पॉन्ड करना चाहिए. इफ यू आर ए रियली नॉलेजेबल, तो डेफिनेटली यू विल रिस्पॉन्ड, यू विल नॉट रिएक्ट. अगर जब भी आप रिएक्ट करोगे, यू विल एनालाइज योर सेल्फ. आप कभी भी एनालाइज करके देखिए, आपको हमेशा हलचल रहेगा दिमाग में, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस, नो पीस इन योर लाइफ, नो हैप्पीनेस. You start coming in your home and blasting on your children, on your family members, right? It happens in the current scenario, but you need to think yourself, I should go for indefinite human conduct or definite human conduct. It's up to you, because I in the first from the beginning of the session, I keep on emphasizing, first you think yourself, then you try to change others, right? This is basically four entities we study in human values and professional ethics. Now, the most important thing, which I had written here, you can go through that PPT as well, definite human conduct and indefinite human conduct. Now, the most important thing I'm going to emphasize here, values, right? Everybody used to ask, what is values? Human values क्या होता है? और आपने इसको प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स के कैसे जोड़ दिया. ये बड़ा अच्छा लगता है ना सुनने में, ह्यूमन वैल्यूज एंड प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स, बट यू नो व्हेन यू गो इन द डेप्थ, देन यू विल रियलाइज कि आखिर ये सब्जेक्ट को हमने क्यों, इसको फाउंडेशन सब्जेक्ट क्यों बनाया है, राइट? एंड सी इन द बिगनिंग, मतलब इन द कमिंग ईयर, definitely it will going to, mandatory for school children as well, because it is very important, because we are lacking such kind of values and ethics in our society, in our family, in our nature, and our whole existence. So value, see, value is nothing, value is something hidden within us. आपके अंदर छुपा हुआ है वो चीजें, ठीक है? और एक चीज मैं आपको हमेशा बताती हूँ कि ये आपके ऊपर है कि आप कौन से वैल्यू को डेवलप करना चाहते हो, जिससे आपको हैप्पीनेस आए, पीस आए, हार्मनी आए, right? The objective of human values and professional ethics is only mutual happiness, mutual peace, harmony, and mutual prosperity. That's all. And the second important thing, you need to understand yourself only. Whenever you will see a lot of slides on Google, or you can see a lot of books on that, so definitely you will find self, self, self. What is this? You have to begin first yourself, then you try to implement in family, or you try to implement in society, then you will try to implement whole world or whole existence. So first of all, you need to check yourself, right? So it is right, books only give you the information, right, which I had given you recently some beautiful quotes, right? So you I read it, okay? How many people are going to implement those things? How many people? You just check it yourself. um, you can implement, or you can try to develop what are the values in yourself, right? So it is up to you, right? So I had taken 9 values, which is generally comes under human values and professional ethics. It is common, 9 values. So the first value is trust, second is respect, third is affection, fourth is care, fifth is guidance, sixth is reverence, seventh is glory, eighth is gratitude, and ninth is love, right? These all values are in your in within yourself. हैव यू एवर रियलाइज दैट? ये सारी वैल्यूज आपके अंदर है, बस आपको क्या करना है, आपको डेवलप करना है। आप कैसे भी डेवलप कर सकते हो। देख, वन थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू से हियर, इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप एक दिन में डेवलप कर लो। इट विल टेक टाइम। ऐसा नहीं है कि आज मैंने पढ़ाया और कल से आप अपने अपने अंदर चेंजेस लाने लगे। इट्स नॉट इजी टास्क। यू शुड टेक टाइम एंड ट्राई टू एनालाइज योरसेल्फ कि कहाँ ये वैल्यू है मेरे अंदर। क्या मैं किसी पे विश्वास किया, नहीं विश्वास किया, क्यों आया मेरे पास? मेरे अंदर अगर ये वैल्यूज है तो आई नीड टू डेवलप। अगर ये वैल्यू आपके अंदर डेवलप हो जाएगी ना, बिलीव मी, इट विल क्रिएट अ म्यूचुअल हैप्पीनेस, म्यूचुअल प्रोस्पेरिटी, हार्मनी, राइट? So you need to develop this value within yourself, जो आपके अंदर है, right? Now I come to education. We are teachers, right? We are teachers, okay. We generally give lectures, or a lot of webinar and sessions, right? So have you ever analyzed what we are creating values, or among faculty members, or among students, or among people, or just sake for we are doing chalo webinar karte, right? Anything impact of your sessions is going to be, matlab you can measure your impact or not, right? We are the teacher, whole soul, you can say a hand of society in ourselves. अगर हम बच्चों को अच्छे से वैल्यू सिस्टम के बारे में बताएंगे, तो डेफिनेटली जनरेशन जो होगा, आने वाला जनरेशन, वो बहुत ब्यूटीफुल होगा। और जब जनरेशन अच्छे बनेंगे तो डेफिनेटली इट विल इम्पैक्ट फैमिली एंड सोसाइटी एंड होल नेचर एंड एग्जिस्टेंस। क्या हम कर रहे हैं अभी? नहीं, हम इसको अभी वी आर नॉट इम्प्लीमेंटिंग, आई डोंट थिंक सो। अगर अगर हम सही में वैल्यू सिस्टम क्रिएट करते, तो आज जो जनरेशन है वो ऐसा नहीं होता, राइट? अच्छा, हाउ मेनी, इफ आई जनरली एनालाइज माई सेल्फ, आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग माई एक्सपीरियंस। आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू build the relationship with my students. Why I do? Because I know I want to understand my students. My objective is not to take class only and get go back home. It's not like that. I want to connect with my students. मैं अपने स्टूडेंट के साथ कनेक्ट होना चाहती हूँ, मैं उसको समझना चाहती हूँ। How many faculty members you do that? No, I don't think so. If you do that ना, you please do that. It's not just for shake, I want to take the class, हो गया class, चलो I now back to home. अब बिलीव मी, आज भी मैंने जितने भी स्टूडेंट से कनेक्शन बनाया है, दे यूज टू गिव मी अ लॉट ऑफ वैल्यूबल इनपुट्स टू मी, एंड आई स्टार्ट एनालाइजिंग कि व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाई दिस सेंडिंग मी सो मेनी थिंग्स टू मी, am I valuable to them? So I feel that things because I had maintained the good relations, right? Good rapport with them. My job is not only to teach the subjective knowledge, right? My job is to inculcate the value system in the students. Just try it, believe me, that student will not forget you any moment. Always remember you. This is the asset of our teachers, right? When student grow, you will be happy. They are like us, our children, right? So definitely it's my experience which I had shared with you. Now I'm just giving the more elaborative concept on value educations. You people might be understood that what is value, what are the values, and what is the educations. Here I had written very simple definition about education. The goal of education is to develop the competence in a human being to lead the life in a definite human conduct, which I talked about. I'm not talking in human values and professional ethics, in definite human conduct. I'm talking about definite human conduct, मतलब मानवीय आचरण। आप एनालाइज करो ना, आप किसी के रोड पे एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है, नो बडी बॉदर, छोड़ दो, वो मर रहा है, पुलिस केस हो जाएगा, राइट? आपके अंदर की वैल्यूज कहाँ गया, राइट? यू शुड एनालाइज ऑल दिस थिंग। कैन आई हेल्प देम? क्या मैं उसको हेल्प करूं, उसकी लाइफ बच जाएगी, राइट? एंड बिलीव मी, आपको वैसे लोग आपको दुआएं ही देते हैं. दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ वैल्यू सिस्टम. You need to teach the students in that manner, and you need to build a relationship with your students, right? Now I'm just elaborating one more things. I had clubbed it value and education. So see, value education simply means global mindset, which is a mindset should be global. For example, I had just quoted a very simple example. Respect. See, if notion of respect, right? Notion of respect will be the same. मतलब आप किसी को अगर आप बच्चे को रेस्पेक्ट कर रहे हैं, बड़े को रेस्पेक्ट कर रहे हैं, नोशन ऑफ रेस्पेक्ट विल बी द सेम. बट what is the change inside that? चेंज क्या होता है? फॉर्म्स ऑफ रेस्पेक्ट. आप उसमें सिर्फ फॉर्म्स ऑफ रेस्पेक्ट आपका चेंज होता है, लेकिन नोशन जो होता है ना, वो सेम रहता है. इट मीन्स टू से कि हाउ टू रेस्पेक्ट is localized or can be a contextual, but notion of respect will be the same, right? Because value system never changes, right? So if we talk about the whole country, you will find the dress, language, the way we build out the buildings, food, facilities at home. This change every 50 to 80 kilometer of the entire country, right? But it is particular to the forms, different forms. But the value system never change, right? It means notion of respect will not change, but the forms of respect will change. कहीं कहीं पर हम पैर छू के प्रणाम करते हैं, रेस्पेक्ट देते हैं, किसी किसी कल्चर में होता है. कहीं कहीं पर हम उसको हग करके रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं. फॉर्म्स ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट चेंज. इट कुड बी अ लोकलाइज्ड और contextual, but the notion of respect will not change. This is a simple example of value education which I had quoted. Now I come to human values and professional ethics. What is ethics? A lot of confusion comes in your mind. What is ethics? What is ethics, right? See, every you should always remember, um, if there is a value, then ethics will stand on that. If there is a value, अगर वैल्यू है तो एथिक्स उसी के ऊपर खड़ा है, राइट? Ethics is a character, and what doing is a character. Doing जो हम करते हैं, behavior, act, it is a kind of ethics, right? It depends on you कि what is your you can you imbibe your value system from different society, or you can say different family members. It depends on you, लेकिन ethics always stands on value system, right? This is very basic concept of ethics. And value is hidden inside us, and ethics is when interacting with each other. While you are interacting with each other, it is it shows the behavior act. For example, suppose you are in very angry mood, right? So polite conversations required with your friends, right? You need to understand because a value system is within yourself. Ki I should talk politely or I should be aggressive, but you are in aggressive mode, right? So the value which in yourself, nahi, I should talk politely, right? Because he's a senior guy, right? Now what your behavior act will depends on value systems, right? This is the basic concept of values and ethics, which we talk about in human values and professional ethics. I know a lot of books. You will read ethics, code of conduct, right? Morality and values, right? See, to be very frank, morality or moral is a society perceptions, right? It's a philosophy. It is a theoretical, right? You should not do this. This is very wrong. Honesty is the best policy, right? When you take in the actions, that is the ethics code of conduct. मतलब वो चीजें को मैंने एक पेपर में डॉक्यूमेंटेड किया और आपको वो फॉलो करना है. फॉलो क्या करना है? एक्ट करना है, बिहेव करना है. तो वो चीजें आपका एथिक्स होता है, right? If your value system is very good, then your automatically your behavior will be very good, right? So depends on you. आप वैल्यू सिस्टम कहाँ से ले रहे हो? इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि जो मेरा वैल्यू सिस्टम है वो आपसे मैच करे. It's not necessary, because I belong to different families, I belong to different society, and you belong to different society, and you belong to different family, right? This is the basic difference between human values, and you can say ethics and values, right? Now I'm talking about human beings. We are human beings, right? Human beings, we can define human beings as a coexistence of self and body, right? This is very, very important. I am telling you, if you will understand this concept, you will understand whole human values and professional ethics. This is very, very important, right? This is what you but what is the current happening, what is in the current scenario happening? Human values is equal to only a body, not self. This is the current situation. I'm talking in the current situation. Body, I'm just explaining you whole things, right? So now I had depicted what is human being. Now I will take you. This is very important slides. You can say human values and professional ethics based on this, right? अच्छा, tell me, there are, wants of human beings. हमारी बहुत सारी चाहतें होती है कि मेरे पास बंगला हो, राइट, मेरे पास गाड़ियां हो, बहुत सारी चीजें हो, चकाचौंध से भरे हो, मेरा घर बहुत सुंदर हो, right? When you enter in the house, your house is so beautiful, right? When you enter in the house, nobody, respect you, right? सब लोग आते हैं, फैमिली मेंबर्स, दे डोंट इवन टॉक यू प्रॉपरली, मतलब कुछ बातें भी नहीं करते हैं. ओके, ओके, यू कम. व्हाई इट हैपेंस? Because you had only focused on physical facilities, right? You have never focused on right understanding and relationship. ऐसा होता है आज के सिनेरियो में. व्हेन यू विल फाइंड बहुत अच्छा घर है इसका, बहुत गाड़ियां हैं, 2-3 गाड़ियां हैं, लेकिन जब घर के अंदर आप जाते हो तो नोबडी विल आस्क यू इवन वाटर, पानी के लिए भी नहीं बोलते, राइट? व्हाई? वो चीजें आपको जो दिख रही है वो मेटेरियलिस्टिक है, राइट? अगर आप किसी के छोटे से घर में जाते हो, एंड किसी का छोटा सा ही घर है, बट द पीपल, द फैमिली मेंबर्स ट्रीट यू वेरी वेल, you tell me, where is the happiness? In that building or in that small house? It's up to you how you will check it, right? वो आपको प्यार से खाना खिलाता है, and you will feel very satisfied, you will feel very happy, right? अब पहले नहीं, पहले होता था, अब शायद नहीं होता. लोग अपनी मेटेरियलिस्टिक दुनिया में रहते हैं, ठीक है? तो आई एम जस्ट emphasizing here holistic development, which I will talk about, that is animal consciousness and human consciousness, right? See, I will begin my session with this diagram. Please understand this diagram, which had been made by self. मैंने इसको खुद से बनाया है. मैंने पहला जो डायग्राम है, होल एंड सोल है ह्यूमन वैल्यूज एंड प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स, राइट? द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इज प्रपोजल, सेकेंड इज नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस, सी, थर्ड इज इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ फिल्टर, राइट? एंड द थर्ड इज म्यूचुअल हैप्पीनेस, and fourth is realization, fifth is understanding. I had written universal. Why I had written the universal? Because understanding is equal to values. Values never change, right? It is universal. It is universal, mindset, right? And then come desires, then come thoughts, then come expectations, right? See, proposal is nothing. Proposal, suppose you want, just say I had given you a lot of quotes in the in the beginning. So don't believe in me, please don't believe in me, because you need to check it with the natural acceptance. This is the first thing in human values and professional ethics. Suppose I tell you ki honesty is the best policy. Suppose this is a proposal, right? Now you need to check with the natural acceptance. What is natural acceptance? It's a kind of accept naturally. Naturally means कि जहां पे प्री कंडीशनिंग नहीं है, जहां पे प्री कंडीशनिंग नहीं है, मतलब वहां पे बिलीव्स नहीं है, वहां पे पास्ट कभी हावी नहीं होता है. इट इज एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल, which always talk about what is right and what is wrong, right? You check with the natural acceptance. This is a simple process. If you want to analyze anything, आपके बुक में अगर कोई लिखा हुआ है कोई चीजें, तो don't believe on that. First you चेक विद द नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस, क्या ये बुक में जो लिखा है इट्स ट्रू, कि ये इन्होंने ऐसे ही लिख दिया है, राइट? आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा, हो सकता है ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट कहीं और दूसरे कंट्री के लिए लिखा हो, इस कंट्री के लिए एप्लीकेबल नहीं होता हो, राइट? तो यू नीड टू चेक, देन इट विल कन्वर्ट इनटू म्यूचुअल हैप्पीनेस. व्हाट इज दैट म्यूचुअल हैप्पीनेस? अगर आपने चेक किया कि ओके, रेस्पेक्ट, सपोज आई हैव टेकन वन वैल्यूज, रेस्पेक्ट. रेस्पेक्ट, पहले मैं अपने को रेस्पेक्ट करूंगा, तो डेफिनेटली आई विल रेस्पेक्ट द अदर पीपल एज वेल, राइट? If I will trust myself, then I will trust others. Tell me, everybody will get happy. It brings you a mutual happiness, right? One thing, this is the holistic diagram which I am talking. Now I will take you the right understanding self, which is very very important in human consciousness. I am talking here animal consciousness to human consciousness, but in the current scenario we are focusing on only animal consciousness. Physical facilities और पैसे और गाड़ियां और बंगलो करते, राइट? और जब आपको रिलेशनशिप की बातें आती है, अरे उसकी तो उनके वाइफ और हस्बैंड में झगड़ा होता है, राइट? एवरी टाइम दे यूज टू फाइट. क्यों? क्यों झगड़ा होता है? बिकॉज यू नेवर अंडरस्टैंड हर, यू नेवर बिल्ड द रिलेशनशिप विथ हर, राइट? तो कहां से हैप्पीनेस आएगा? ऑलवेज यू कीप ऑन फाइटिंग एंड फाइटिंग, राइट? तो स्पॉइल द रिलेशनशिप, which is happening in the current society. You can analyze those things, right? आप कितने समय अपनी फैमिली को देते हैं, आप कितने समय अपने टाइम को स्पेंड करते हैं बच्चों पे? अभी तो कोविड-19 के कारण सारे लोग घर में बंद है, तो पे अटेंशन, आई डोंट नो, पे अटेंशन टू देयर फैमिलीज होल एंड सोल. तो इट इज ग्रेट. तो यहाँ पे जब भी हियर आई एम आल्सो, आई हैव रिटन सेल्फ, राइट? सो द सेम थिंग, दिस इज द होल सोल. You whenever you go through any books, whatever the written, the quotations or beautiful quotations or theory or whatever, you just verify with the natural acceptance, then it will bring happiness, otherwise not, right? Now here I had rounded the realization and understanding. This is very very important, which is inbuilt in yourself. I told you, values is inbuilt in yourself, but nobody is utilize these two elements. कोई यूटिलाइज नहीं करता, ये आपके अंदर पड़ा हुआ है, तभी तो आजकल झगड़े होते हैं. nobody is going to utilize, ये आपके अंदर मुफ्त का भगवान ने दिया है, but it you had kept aside, हम इसको अलग रख दिए. तो how can you imagine the happiness, peace and prosperity? You can't imagine, right? So इसको आपने अलग रख दिया है. अब करते क्या हो? Now I will tell you. This is a simple thing which I written. When we understand ourselves, and then only we understand others feeling, very true. Now I definitely I will come that point. I think everybody understood what is a self, right? Understanding, everybody understood. See, realization is nothing but is a knowledge, right? And understanding universal, it is equal to values, is there in ourselves, right? So these two, realization and understanding, is very important, very very important. And we generally don't utilize, it is within these are within ourselves, but we don't utilize, उसको रख दिए हैं क्योंकि मौका नहीं मिलता, या फिर हम इतने ये सब चीजों में जमा करने में, accumulation of lot of physical facilities में पड़े हुए हैं, ठीक है? These are the things. Now I am just giving you the brief which I talked about human beings. Human being is a coexistence of self and body. See, self matlab happiness always, and body is a physical facility. जो हम अपने के जैसे कि हमें एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाना है, तो वी रिक्वायर्ड car, vehicles, right? Kapde, we need to the protections or comfort, right? Physical facilities, right? So here what I want to say, self is equal to values and body is equal to physical facilities. In the beginning of the slide of human beings, I told you कि human being is equal to body. Self को भूल चुके हैं, वही just forgotten. तो जब इन करेंट सिनेरियो व्हेन यू आर कोरिलेटिंग विद दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, तो वी नीड ओनली फोकस ऑन बॉडी नॉट सेल्फ. आप समझ लीजिए आपका वैल्यू कहीं पर दबा हुआ है और उसको आपने और दबा दिया, जो कभी निकलने की कोशिश करेंगे व्हेन यू स्टार्ट एनालाइजिंग इन योरसेल्फ, राइट. सो आपको एनालाइज करना पड़ेगा, देन यू विल बिकम ए ह्यूमन बीइंग, राइट. अदरवाइज ह्यूमन बीइंग इज इक्वल टू बॉडी, right. So this is the concept, right. Now I have differentiated in a beautiful मतलब you can say in a elaborative manner कि जैसे नीड होता है, हैप्पीनेस हमें तो थोड़े समय के लिए नहीं चाहिए, कंटिन्यूअस. फिजिकल फैसिलिटीज टेम्पोररी, जैसे मुझे भूख लगी, मैंने खाना खाया. कपड़े, गर्मी, सर्दी जो भी होते हैं वो दैट इज क्लोथ्स, ठीक है. एंड क्वालिटेटिव बिकॉज फीलिंग्स अटैच टू दैट सेल्फ, राइट. Fulfilled by right understanding and right feelings, of course I told you self. And this is the physiochemical things, right. Activity, desire, thought and expectation. I will explain this. This is very important point in a self. This is very very important. Activity, desire, thought and expectations, right. Eating and walking, this is the physical related to our body. एंड इन टाइम सेल्फ के दिमाग, अपने दिमाग में बहुत सारी चीजें चलती रहती है, डिजायर, थॉट प्रोसेस, थिंकिंग चलती रहती है, इट्स अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस. लेकिन बॉडी के अंदर जब भूख लगा तो खा लिया, फिर ठीक हुआ. अगर थोड़ा घूमने का मन है तो चलो घूम लिया, वॉकिंग्स, राइट. दिस इज टेम्पररी, ठीक है. रिस्पॉन्स, ऑफ कोर्स मैंने वो पहले भी बताया था आपको, रिस्पॉन्डिंग एंड रिएक्टिव, दिस इज द सेम थिंग. नोइंग, एज्यूमिंग, रिकॉग्नाइजिंग एंड फुलफिलिंग. पहले जानना, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं कुछ भी एज्यूम कर लूं, पहले जानो, फिर एज्यूम करना है, फिर पहचानना है, फिर पूरा करना है. दिस इज रिस्पॉन्ड, राइट. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो, जैसे मुझे भूख लगी, मैंने रिकॉग्नाइज किया, मैंने खाना खा लिया, फुलफिल हो गया. दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सेल्फ एंड बॉडी, राइट. नाउ आई एम टॉकिंग हियर, the what do you mean by self? Tell me. This is the holistic diagram. I had put an arrow on realization, ठीक है. सेल्फ का मतलब होता है वेरी सिंपल, रियलाइजेशन, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, डिजायर, थॉट्स एंड एक्सपेक्टेशन, जो मैंने आपको प्रीवियस स्लाइड में भी दिखाया है, राइट. दिस इज नोन एज सेल्फ, which, see, self is equal to part of self realization, understanding, desire, thoughts and expectation, ठीक है. but we are working only 3 elements. हम लोग 3 ही एलिमेंट पे काम करते हैं, डिजायर, थॉट्स एंड एक्सपेक्टेशन. मतलब हमारी बहुत सारी इच्छाएं हो रही है, राइट. कि हमारा वही घर हो, घर में थिंकिंग प्रोसेस यू स्टार्टेड कि घर में ये कलर होना चाहिए, इसको ऐसे सजाना है, दिस इज राइट. और एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी आपका बहुत ज्यादा इंक्रीजेस, राइट. जब आपकी कैपेसिटी नहीं है, कैपेबिलिटी नहीं है, एंड यू विल इंक्रीज योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस, आपने उस सर्कल को बढ़ा लिया है, तो डेफिनेटली इट विल क्रिएट अ फ्रस्ट्रेशन, राइट. जहां पे भी फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, इट ब्रिंग्स योर डिसहार्मनी, not happiness, right. So I had given a very crisp, self is equal to part of self realization plus understanding. जो हमने तो एक तरफ रख दिया ये दोनों को, हम काम किस पे कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ डिजायर, थॉट्स एंड एक्सपेक्टेशन पे, दैट्स ऑल, which cannot bring you the happiness. डिजायर क्या है, अभी आपको कोई चीज मिल गया, आप बहुत खुश हो गए, फिर उदास हो गए, राइट. आपने कभी उसको समझा ही नहीं. जब तक तुम समझोगे नहीं कि हाँ ये चीजें हमारे लिए एक बबल की तरह है, वी शुड नॉट अडॉप्ट दिस विल नॉट ब्रिंग हैप्पीनेस इन आवर लाइफ, राइट. तो हमारा हैप्पीनेस किधर है, हम एक दूसरे को समझें. वी नीड टू बिल्ड द रिलेशनशिप. जब हम समझेंगे नहीं तो हम रिलेशनशिप क्या बनाएंगे, राइट. तो हम सिर्फ 3 ही चीजों पे काम करते हैं, डिजायर, थॉट एंड एक्सपेक्टेशन. दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम विथ अस, right. So this is the problem with us, which I had mentioned here in the black block, desire, thoughts and expectations. These are the things which we work, and these 3 elements based on preconditioning, belief पे based है. कहाँ से, अब जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप डे टू डे लाइफ एग्जाम्पल यू कैन टेक. जैसे मान लीजिए कि मेरे को अगर सिबाका टूथपेस्ट पसंद है और मेरे बेटे ने कहा नो आई विल बाय पेप्सोडेंट, प्री कंडीशनिंग क्या हुआ? You had seen the advertisement, right? A Pepsodent is good as compared to Sibaka old people के लिए होता है, something like that, right? You can check yourself, right? So क्या हुआ? उसमें क्या हुआ? आपका contradiction आने लगा, conflict आना लगा. So definitely it will create a gap between you and your child, right? When you understand your child, अगर आपने उसके साथ कभी बैठा ही नहीं है, कभी पूछा ही नहीं है कि हाउ मेनी फ्रेंड्स यू हैव, आप कितने दिन कब आते हो बेटा स्कूल से, किसी को पता नहीं होता आज की सोसाइटी में, कब बच्चे आते हैं, कब खाते हैं, कब सोते हैं, यू नेवर नो, राइट? सो वी आर वर्किंग इन दिस थ्री एस्पेक्ट ओनली, desire, thought and expectations, right? Now I'm just going to wind up this animal consciousness and human consciousness. To be very frank, for animal, physical facility is necessary as well as complete. जानवर को अगर आप खाना और पानी दे दोगे तो he is okay, they are okay with that, right? But what about human beings? They are not okay with that, right? आप सपोज करो कि आपके पास 10 चपाती है and you are given 4 chapati to a friend in a bad manner. लो खा लो, he will not take. Why? Because you have not understand him or her, or you have not built the relationship. So how can he or she can take that, right? So there is a difference between human beings and animals, right? Here it is, you need to change first yourself, then it will bring holistic development. What holistic development? हम physical facility को third priority देंगे. I will give the first priority to right understanding, second relationship, and then physical facilities, right? This is the concept of animal consciousness and human consciousness, which I had focused on holistic development. Now, the last topic, I'm just going to conclude on prosperity, which is very, very important. Everybody, wants to lead happy and prosperous life, right? See, I had made an equations. When you go through the first slide, I can show you that slide. This is this you will find a blue arrow. This is simple. I'm just giving you the simple. Right understanding plus physical facilities is equal to mutual prosperity. This is the simple formula. Right understanding plus physical facility is equal to mutual prosperity. Now I am going to explain this. Now I am going to explain this here. Ki, see, I talk about physical facility. See, everybody used to ask me कि मैम जो physical prosperity क्या होता है, कि आप तो यहाँ पे ये बात कर रहे हो कि having more physical facilities than required. So how can you say it is a prosperous, right? So what is this? This is a kind of feelings. Feelings means understanding. When you talk about understanding, जो आपने दो पैरामीटर छोड़ा था ना, क्या था? Realizing and understanding, वो यहाँ पे आ गया. Now you will start analyzing yourself कि ओके, मेरे को इतना ही accumulate करना है, इससे ज्यादा नहीं accumulate करना है. अगर इससे ज्यादा मुझे चाहिए ही नहीं, राइट? अगर इससे ज्यादा होगा, देन आई विल गिव टू अदर पीपल. आई एम प्रोस्पेरस, आई एम हैप्पी, मैं खुश हूं, मेरे पास जितना है आई एम हैप्पी, मेरे को इतना ही पैसा चाहिए था. अगर मेरे पास इससे ज्यादा आई कैन गिव टू माई सोसाइटी, राइट? तो कोई एनजीओ को दे दूंगा या किसी के लिए कुछ चीज कर दूंगा, राइट? तो इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ फीलिंग्स, राइट? प्रोस्पेरिटी इज इक्वल टू फीलिंग्स इज इक्वल टू राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग प्लस फिजिकल फैसिलिटीज, राइट? तो इसमें ये एकदम सिंपल लिखा हुआ है, आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द रिक्वायर्ड क्वांटिटी ऑफ फिजिकल फैसिलिटीज एंड इंश्योरिंग एबिलिटी और प्रोडक्शन ऑफ मोर देन रिक्वायर्ड फैसिलिटी. अगर आपको एहसास हो रहा है कि मेरे पास, जैसे कि आई कैन गिव यू अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल, राइट? डे टू डे लाइफ. ओके, सी, बॉडी रिक्वायर्ड नर्चरिंग. आप नर्चरिंग के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें खाते होगे, विटामिन और लॉट ऑफ गुड फूड. तो क्या ज्यादा खा लेते हो एक साथ? नहीं ना, हमें लिमिटेड में चाहिए, राइट? लिमिटेड मीन्स यू हैव राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि मुझे इतना ही खाना है, इतने ही न्यूट्रिशियस वैल्यू चाहिए मुझे. इट मीन्स प्रोस्पेरिटी, राइट? प्रोटेक्शंस, राइट? आपके पास क्या होता है? बहुत सारे कपड़े. आज के क्या होते हैं, लोगों के पास कपड़े बहुत होते हैं, राइट? लेकिन कपड़े का काम क्या है? प्रोटेक्शन, कंफर्ट देना. लेकिन आपको ये पता नहीं होता है कि आपके पास कितने जोड़े कपड़े हैं. लेकिन आपको ये पता होता है कि मुझे कितने कपड़े और खरीदना है, राइट? तो इट इज नॉट राइट यूटिलाइजेशन, राइट? सो इट इज नॉट प्रोस्पेरिटी. अगर मुझे साल वीक में 4 ही कपड़े पहनना, आई कैन यूटिलाइज देम प्रॉपरली, राइट? आई हैव राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. कुछ कपड़े ऐसे होते हैं पड़े होते हैं साइड, उसका कोई यूज नहीं है, लेकिन पीपल यूज टू गैदर अ लॉट, right? So this is not a prosperity. That's why I've given a very simple example. And right utilization. See, you need to utilize your body in a right manner. आप आपको खुद एहसास होता है कि नहीं, मेरे लिए इतने ही काम करना जरूरी है, इससे ज्यादा मैं नहीं कर सकता, because otherwise I will be in exhaustive mode, right? So this is the right understanding. Always emphasize right understanding and relationship, which are very very important in holistic development. Side, we chasing happiness by physical facilities. Again, हम लोग खुशियां पाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, accumulating a lot of physical facilities, and we are not happy, right? So this is the thing which we had, I had touched it. And any this is the thing which I had touched in. I have one more thing I would like to emphasize. There is a question, I'm just analyze yourself. Is it education contributing positively or negatively? What is expectation from education? Is getting job, is getting degree, or is getting money, right? Understanding, or expectation from education, understanding what to do, what is valuable as human beings, learning how to do skill technology are both required, or we can adjust by one of them, knowingly or unknowingly. This is my small session on human values and professional ethics. This is all about any kind of queries you can ask me. Yes. Shubham, any kind of
Yes,
Yeah,
Shruti,
hello.
query?
please go.
Yeah.
Shruti
Well,
ma'am,
we can
are we
discuss the
concluding?
query in the chat box.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am, for sure. So shall we
Shubham, there
start
was
with
a
the
query of the
questions?
chat box, right?
Yeah, ma'am, sir, I am starting with the same. Yeah, so
Uh,
there was a question, Shruti ma'am, by Dr. Vartika Chaturvedi.
uh,
How can we build and follow HR ethics at the time of COVID?
uh, Ma'am, this is see, very nice question you were asked. See, HR is basically, you talk about, when you think about HR, it's a human resource, right? Um, Definitely, I have talked in my session. Ethics is based on your value system. So value system depends on individuals to individual. It is a fact. So see, within an organization, a lot of individuals, if you talk about in HR department, so depends on your value system. How will you tackle this HR, policies or guidelines? If you talk about ethics, if suppose I will take an example. If suppose right now we need to understand in the current scenario what even government should understand, right? Ki, is the right time to open the organization, or you can operate your office work from your home itself as well. So it depends on your value system. If you're understanding, if you're understand the human beings in a, when you interact with your people, you can understand, or you can exchange your viewpoints. So you need to understand. If you're going to practice again from work from home for the matlab for coming 3 to 4 months, it's up to you, ma'am. It's your value system which will guide you ki what is right and what is wrong for the current scenario. If I can give you the very beautiful example, yesterday I was listening the news for Maharashtra government, what they had taken an initiative. They had adopted a hospital beds of ICU. Most of the private hospital do charge 60 to 70,000 per day for patients, right? So it is not feasible in the current scenario. right? So what they had done, Maharashtra government had taken a very beautiful initiative. They understand how can people pay that much amount because they are struggling for from COVID-19, and they had put the charge, you can say only 10,000 for ICU bed in private hospital. So it is a great initiative. It's up to you how your value system, guide you in the current scenario to do better for the society, for the human beings. Yes.
Ma'am, there is one more point mentioned by ma'am only, that
Mhm.
ethics and happiness are different.
Yes.
So how we can correlate it with marketing, HR, finance? So
Okay.
any inputs from you?
Ma'am, see, if we talk about this is a two parameters. You can't correlate with see, that's why I was saying in my session, this is a correction, or you can checking yourself. You can't relate with this ethics and with the subjects. If you talk about the subject, very true. See, the basic concept is here कि ethics is nothing but is a code of conduct. Whatever you learn from your society, society perception view, or you can say morale. In another term, we generally use the term morale. So it is a ethics code of conduct, but it is written document, and you need to follow on that, right? So it's if we talk about HR, finance, and marketing, so there is a certain ethics code of conduct is there. It is based on the perceptions of the society, or you can say it is based on the perception of culture, or it is based on certain philosophy, or it is based on certain kind of theoretical perspective as well. So everywhere you will find ethics, and it is a documented, and if you are going to convert into a action or act, so it will convert it into the behavior, you can say. तो ये आपके ऊपर है कि how can you act in that manner. If suppose for example if I am taking कि अगर हमें सोसाइटी में सिखाया जाता है कि देश के लिए जान देना बहुत बड़ी बात होता है, ठीक है, ये हमने सीखा है। मान लीजिए कोई आदमी आपकी फैमिली मेंबर से आर्मी में ज्वाइन कर लिया, इट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, राइट? सो व्हाट विल हैपन, वो क्या करेंगे कि वो चीजें उन्होंने पाया, आप जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर गए तो व्हाट दे फाउंड कि उन्होंने पाया कि ये लिखा हुआ है, इट इज अ रिटन डॉक्यूमेंट कि हाँ देश के लिए जान देना पड़ेगा इफ यू आर इन दिस प्रोफेशन, राइट? व्हाट यू लर्न फ्रॉम द सोसाइटी, नाउ यू नीड टू परफॉर्म what is the act, behavior which I talked about. And definitely ethics is always based on the value system. According to me, like this.
That's very nicely explained, ma'am. We'll just take last two questions and then we'll wind up the session. So there is a question by Neha ma'am, that how can organization develop and maintain ethical environment
Ethical environment, okay.
in an organization basically?
Okay, Neha ma'am, see, uh, I told you, or if you talk about the organization, so first thing you should always remember कि within an organization you will find ethics code of conduct. That is basically a documented kind of thing. जैसे you should not bribe, or you should maintain harmonious relation, you should not play with the politics, or there are so many things written in the document. So it's the individual's value system, right? How can you follow that? Depends on the individuals, but anyhow, whenever it is in the documented form, definitely you will not try to do bad things. If suppose if I will take bribe, it is written in the ethics code of conduct. If I will take bribe, I will get punishment, right? So definitely a certain thing, start analyzing in yourself. कि नहीं, I should not take bribe, right? So we need to maintain that ethics in our organizations in that way. So it's a kind of, ma'am, it's a kind of self actualization kind of things. You need to analyze within yourself, and definitely I told you, if you understand yourself, definitely you will definitely perform a very, indefinite human conduct, not indefinite human conduct. Indefinite human conduct like bribe, crimes, or murder, or this kind of things, it will not happen, right? So first you need to analyze your value system within yourself. Yes.
Okay, that's very nicely explained, Shruti ma'am. Last question for the session today is by Colonel Tom, that how can you deal with dilemma of sticking to values or ethics or compromising to meet your business goals? I repeat, how do you deal with dilemma of sticking to values or ethics or compromising to meet your business goals? Please.
Sir is asking about dilemma, and Shubham, I would like to emphasize here. Always, you will find in the books as well. Dilemma is always associated with ethics, right? You will find not dilemma word is associated with your morale, not dilemma is associated with the value system. Agreed, sir? Right? Agreed, right? So a dilemma is something, करूं या ना करूं, right? करूं या ना करूं, इस तरह की सिचुएशन आता है. लेकिन अगर मैं एक बहुत सिंपल एग्जांपल देती हूँ सर, जैसे कि मान लीजिए कि कोई आदमी है, वो ब्राइब करता है, राइट? सो वो कहता है कि मेरे लिए ब्राइब, मतलब कि मुझे बड़ा खुशी मिलती है, मैं किसी को अगर ब्राइब करके मैं पैसे कमाता हूँ तो, राइट? सो उसका वो एथिक्स है, राइट? लेकिन ये आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि आपका वैल्यू सिस्टम जो है, जो कि यूनिवर्सल होता है, जो चेंज नहीं होता है इंडिविजुअल प्लेस और जगह की वजह से या इंडिविजुअल की वजह से, वो चेंज नहीं होता है. इट इज यूनिवर्सल एंड इट इज विद इन आवर सेल्फ, राइट? सो डेफिनेटली इट्स योर कॉल, इट्स योर कॉल कि आपका वैल्यू सिस्टम आपको किस तरफ ले जा रहा है. आपके पास डायलेमा क्यों आया? यानी आपके अंदर बहुत सारी कॉन्ट्रोडिक्शन से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अंदर चल रहा है, जो मिसमैच कर रहा है आपके वैल्यू सिस्टम को एथिक्स के साथ, राइट? एथिक्स क्या है? एक्शन है, विच आई टोल्ड यू, और एक्ट के साथ. अगर मैं एक्शन, अगर मेरे वैल्यू सिस्टम कुछ और कह रहा है और मुझे कुछ और करना है, तो अगर आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के टर्म में बात करते हैं, तो मैं एक चीज बता देती हूँ, जो इथिकल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट जो बनता है, वो यूनिवर्सल वैल्यू सिस्टम के ऊपर बनता है, which is applicable to all, right? It is a kind of natural acceptance which I talked about, right? It will not bring you a contradictions. अगर आपके अंदर कोई डीप, आपके अंदर ही प्रॉब्लम है, यानी आपका वैल्यू सिस्टम आपके इथिक्स से मिसमैच हो रहा है, यानी आपकी वैल्यू सिस्टम में ही गड़बड़ हो सकता है, could be the possibilities, I'm not sure. This could be create the dilemma between, in ethics, what you are going to follow that act.
Okay, that's very well explained, Shruti ma'am. And I think the session was very thought provoking and accelerating in terms of the concepts explained. With this, before making few announcements and giving our thought to the conclusion of the session, I would just require our director, Dr. Bhupendra Kumar Singh, to have a small vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Hello. Yeah, Shubham. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a wonderful session. I really enjoyed, and I was sitting throughout the session, and I really liked it. And the most interesting question came up when somebody asked that how these ethics and values need to be maintained in COVID-19. I think COVID-19 type of situation are actually the situations where the particular concepts are tested and they require a little modification. So probably when a faculty is going to move into the class or a professional industry professional is going to practice values and ethics after this pandemic is going to go over, perhaps for them the definition of values and ethics may change a bit. So these times, that's exactly how Mother Nature gives the scope to any particular subject area to grow, to modify, to change, or probably to add on a new concept. So what I mean to say is, perhaps when somebody is going to faculty is going to take the class on values and ethics, probably this faculty is going to code the normal scenarios. how the values and ethics are going to go, and perhaps in the situations of such kind, how the values and ethics get molded a bit, or probably how the new concepts are going to get practiced. So this gives an extension to subject. That was one really wonderful question when somebody linked it to. So that is exactly what I wanted to say. Thank you, Dr. Shruti, and the participants are increasing day by day in this series of webinars. We'll keep continuing these webinars, and our only effort is to keep them short and crisp. Why exactly it is? Because I can understand the people sitting in here must be receiving probably 1,000 mails of webinars each day, and the sessions are very long. So our idea exactly how we modify it is, we are trying to keep our webinars pretty short and crisp, and that's why we have increased the number, and probably in a day only one webinar, or in a week couple of webinars, but short and crisp, so that the people can grasp it more, and they can stay attentive rather than keeping it for 3 hour webinar or 4 hour webinar. So that is the thing. And thank you, Shubham, such a wonderful coordination you are going with. Thank you, Dr. Shruti, and
Thank you,
you'll
sir.
keep coming with wonderful topics of such kind. Yes, Shubham, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind words. With this, we come to the end of our today's session. Just a few announcements for all of you. There is a screen in front of you. That is the next webinar that is planned on Tuesday on impact of demonetization on Indian banking system by our very renowned professors, Professor Fazil Norman and Dr. Prashant Raj, who will be sharing their thoughts on this area and adding some new dimensions to it. I would request all the participants and learners to please join the session on time. The links and other details would be shared to you on time. Also, for certificates thing, I need to make this thing clear. The certificates would be mailed to you. All of you will get the certificate who are participating and filling the feedback form. Just due to some printing errors, the certificate might get some time. So on or before Tuesday, I repeat, on or before Tuesday, you will get the certificate of today's session. Earlier, all the certificates were mailed and the glitches were over. Now, for this session certificate, we require at least 2 days' times. Within 2 days, the certificates will be given to you.